Hello everybody, this is Oak Tree Tarot Reader here and welcome to my pick a card video. So today I'm asking the question, will we break up? So you're in a relationship with somebody, it's not going very well and you're thinking, are we going to split? So what I'm doing today is that I've just chosen an Angel Oracle card, shuffled them out for each, and then depending on what the card is, at this time stamp of the reading, I will then shuffle cards based on what the card says. So remember that this is a general reading, it's not aimed at you specifically, and all things are changeable. Tarot only reflects the energies of now, so if you want to try and save this relationship you can, and some of you will do it. Knocked the tripod over. So don't feel bound by what the reading says. Excuse me. Always trust your own instincts, and as long as you always try to do the best you can, it usually gets you quite far. So we have option 1, 2, 3 and 4. I will put the timestamps to the readings in the usual places, the comment section and the description box, and in the description box are all my links and information for getting a private reading from me, supporting me on Patreon, following me on Instagram, and even making a donation to the channel if you want to. So yeah, so just check there. Now I want you to take a few deep breaths, get yourself into a calm place before you even try to make a choice. Feel calm and relaxed. Meditate for as long as you need to. Press pause, get quiet. Get in that calm place and feel open to all possibilities before you start thinking and asking the question, are we going to break up? Are we heading towards a split? And when you feel in that calm place, you'll know it's ready to make your choice, and you'll be able to choose between 1, 2, 3 and 4. Trust your instincts. When you've done that, click on the timestamp. So I'm going to now be moving ahead onto the reading, so if you want a bit more time, please press pause now. Okay, so those of you that chose option 1, this is your reading. Are you heading towards a split? Improving health. I'm going to take that as no, it doesn't have to be. The situation can be improving. So let's grab some cards. I should have got these ready beforehand. I thought I had, but it's still in there. So in this improving health, what's holding you back? What's still there to be fixed? What's still toxic, no good, causing harm in the relationship? Ooh. Don't think you can see all those. Let's move them across to the bottom. So we've got the 10 of Wands, the Devil and the 2 of Pentacles. So the problem is that at the moment the relationship is just hard work, or work literally is getting in the way, that you're working too hard, the hours are too long, you're committing far too much energy to it. Even if you're thinking, oh, but it's a short-term project and I'll get a bonus and then it'll be back to normal. This is what's causing the pressure in the relationship. You're probably just not spending enough time together, or in regards to spending time together, it's just hard work. It's a burden. Spending too much time on it, too much effort, too much energy, and getting nowhere. So although there's possibility for improvement and improvement in the relationship, whatever effort that you're putting into it isn't doing it any good. But if it's definitely a case of working too long hours, I mean, the obvious solution is try and reduce those hours. The Devil, there's a sense of being trapped, actually, being bound. You know, the Devil is all about having desires and wants and needs that, you know, society has deemed unacceptable. It's about, you know, feeling bound to something. So the problem is that some of you, and it is from your perspective, feel trapped in this relationship. So I'm going to say, do you actually want to be in the relationship? Is this relationship good for you? Is it healthy for you? Because it might be causing you to indulge in behaviours that are not that good for you. You know, and for some of you it's a very sexual relationship, and maybe sex is the only thing that's keeping you together, and that's the problem. Everything else is hard work, because maybe you can't have a decent conversation, or you don't have similar interests or similar goals or all the rest of it, and you're just meeting up for sex because it's just work and sex. But yeah, there's almost a feeling of it's not doing you any good. It's not the healthy thing for you to do. And remember, we all have desires and needs and wants, and we all have sort of animalistic, sort of primitive things about, you know, like I just want to get drunk and have fun. But too much of a good thing is a bad thing. And so this is almost implying that it's just gone too far. Two of Pentacles. Now it's interesting with this deck, because they're two skulls, butterflies looking into each other's eyes, whereas normally the Two of Pentacles is that man that's juggling. So I think what's not working is a sense that there's things being juggled, and you know, looking into each other's eyes, that maybe it's just too intense. But it's definitely a case of, I think it's trying to maintain this relationship and work, and trying to juggle between the two and feeling the pressure of two. They're both very important, and you're just feeling a bit conflicted about that. I think a bit unsure of what to do. So we'll look at that. You know, the problem is the problem with the relationship that might cause it to end are these things: working too hard, indulging in a way in the wrong things, and possibly just trying to juggle too much. Please them and yourself. Deal with your work commitments and spend time with them. So what can you do? What's the path forward to improving the health of this relationship? Some of you might think, oh, this relationship's not doing my health any good. Well, you got to think seriously. What are you in a relationship with someone that makes you ill for? You know, there's something better. There's always, you know, there's usually something better. Not always. Sometimes you destroy a perfectly good thing. But so, let me focus. What can you do to improve the health? That came out. What can you? I wonder if I'm utilising my space properly. No, I didn't think I was. What can these people, chose option 1, do to... Oh, fell out because I was looking at the camera to see. Get with it, oak tree. What can these people do in order to improve the health of this relationship? There we go. Oh, there's 2, 1 out. I was only going to choose 3, but they want to. Can we just fit those on? I think we just can. So, moving forward with passion, going on an adventure, travelling forward, meeting the challenge, not being afraid, being warm-hearted and going after the excitement. So, I mean, we've got here the Devil, so maybe there's just no excitement. It's got to change this situation. You've got to look and try and establish a great foundation that leads to a happy family. 10 of Pentacles. Is this a stable relationship? Is it going to be stable? Is it going to provide you with the abundant home? You know, this is, you know, you've got to start thinking long term, basically. Moving forward with passion towards the long term, but it's still got to be fun and exciting. Maybe that's the type of person that you are, but you've got to think about what the foundation is, where that's leading you. And some of you've got to think about a new journey, you know. How can you move this, you know, sorry, I'm going to cough. The Knight of Wands going off on a new journey of travel. You know, where you're going to move this relationship to, how you're going to find the abundance in it, how you're going to find the stability and the happy family in it. Even if you never intend on having kids, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that. It means happy family, stability, place together, to be together. So yeah, what's the new journey? How are you going to move forward without inhibition, without fear of the future, without fear that it's going to be a waste of time? You know, the full new beginning, exciting, moving forward, and strength. whatever this negative situation that's represented by the devil is, can you restrain that within yourself or within the relationship? Can the negative in the relationship be controlled? Not through a nasty way of like trying to control the other person or control the direction the relationship's moving in. No. If that's the issue, some of you need to let go of that and accept that the relationship's going to take the form that it's going to take. There's two individuals meeting together and a new journey has begun. And usually the aim is to move towards the Ten of Pentacles. A happy, well provided for, rich, abundant family. So for some of you, there's something that's not helpful that needs to be controlled from within. So if that's fears, anxieties, that's what the line represents, the part of ourselves that is animal, which is also in a, you know, sort of like the devil, the animal within, that traps us, our addictions and all our negative feelings that just hold us chained in, whereas in fact we're not chained in, we can release ourselves from it. So yeah, something that needs to be restrained within, whether it's, I don't know, something awful like cheating, or whether it's something like overworking, or an actual addiction, or your fears of failure, that this isn't a good relationship, that it's not going to work, or they don't want you, and all the rest of it. If this relationship's to survive, this is what you need to move towards. Creating a stable foundation, but not one that's controlled. And this is how you can improve the health of it, because there's an awful lot of elements of lots of pressure, lots of feeling controlled, restrained, blocked, trapped, and constantly trying to juggle things, where you need to let go of that and accept that at this moment in time with this relationship, nothing can be controlled or juggled, that it needs to be let loose for what it is. I mean, if you are literally saying, well, I'm working away for 6 months, but it's going to get me a promotion that allows us to get married and get a good mortgage and all the rest of it. An understanding partner should say, wow, you're working really hard for our future. Okay, let's you know, I'll work with you on that. So some of you might need to just open up, talk to them. And that's how it's going to improve the health, because you're just going to stop trying to control it, but, you know, instead control yourself. And that will sort of divert the path of this breakup, because you're going to transform the relationship into something better. Yeah, if you love each other, there's no reason why it can't survive, as long as you're both realistic about what the relationship can sustain at this moment in time, and that you respect each other, respect each other's responsibilities and all the rest of it, and work together on improving the health of the relationship. So yeah, if you focus on that and it, you know, and it can be improved, then it will be improved. So those of you that chose option 1, that's your reading. I hope that it helped you. Please let me know in the comment section if that's the case. If you would like to book a private reading with me, I've got plenty of slots, so just email me. Everything's in the description box. So I wish you all the best of luck for the future. Please take very good care of yourself, and thank you very much for listening to me. Bye. Okay, those of you that chose option 2, here is your reading. Are you heading towards a split, towards breaking up in your relationship? And the answer is no need to worry. Hey, that's a nice quick one. No need to worry. Let's put that there. Give me enough space. So yeah, it seems that maybe you've just had a bit of an argument. Don't panic. You're not heading towards a split. It's just maybe there's things going on. So what I'm going to do is do a few cards on what's led you at this moment to believe, you know, what's going wrong in the relationship that's causing this bit of an issue. And it might not be anything serious. Trying to shuffle, doesn't want to, maybe it just doesn't, it might be that you just don't have anything else and that's all you have is don't need to worry. That's your answer. What do they need to pay attention to then? Something came out then. I was saying, what do you need to pay attention to in regards to this relationship, and these two flopped out. The 6 of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So talking about the past, I would say Six of Cups is the past, nostalgia, childhood, things that, you know, make you joy. And Seven of Swords generally is not talking, keeping your silence, keeping your thoughts to yourself for your own benefit. It's like being strategic and cunning and all the rest of it. So and what you need to watch out for in this relationship is not talking about the past. So if you've been together and you've had lots of fights and it's something you haven't moved on from, maybe this is what's causing at this moment in time this feeling that you're heading towards a breakup, because maybe something's happened and you haven't properly, in the relationship between the two of you, had a good chat over it. And once you do, you sort of cleared the air and you can move on. You know, it's almost a case of, if I raise this issue, we're going to have a big fight, and I don't want that, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut. You know, Seven of Swords is about keeping these ideas to yourself, keeping the words to yourself. But usually there's a bit of leakage, so that's what you need to pay attention to. So what is the current direction that this relationship is moving towards? You know, what is the direction that if you carry on the way you are, where's the relationship headed? King of Pentacles, that's good. Stability. Page of Pentacles, learning, student, and Ace of, yeah. So you're heading towards abundance. Don't panic. Do not panic. You're heading towards a stable relationship. You're just having a bit of a hiccup. King of Pentacles, the provider, the family man, owner of all he surveys. He can pay his own way in the world. It's just utter stability and abundance. Page of Pentacles is the student card. They usually go out to learn things, to pick up a skill, learn a craft. They're absolutely going out there to practice, you know, what they want in life. So that's what it's moving towards, that both of you are gonna start practicing what you preach, that what you want, you're gonna actually start taking actions to create the relationship that you want. And this is important because so many people think that sort of a magical relationship would just turn up and be wonderful, but all relationships take work. In reality, you just need to find someone that you can live a life with, that you can have shared values with, that, you know, they have qualities that you like and that you have qualities they like, and that you can live together and be together and share a life together and build on that and build a life together. And this is what you're going to be doing in this relationship. You know, a spark of a new gift, a new idea, a new potential opportunity for abundance. And this is what it's heading towards. You're just heading towards a stable relationship that you'll both learn from, that you'll both invest in and grow from, and that will be the nugget, the start of your happy life together. And this is why you've got no need to worry. So those of you that chose option 2, a nice quick one, but that's the truth of it. That's your reading. Please leave me a comment if you so desire. Yeah, if you want a private reading with me, you can. I've got slots available, so just email me. Everything's in the description box, or consider having a look at my Patreon account. I wish you all the best of luck for the future. Please take very good care of yourself, and thank you very much for listening to me. Bye. Okay, those of you that chose option 3, this is your reading. Is your relationship heading towards a split? Are you heading towards breaking up? And we have, listen to your intuition. Interesting. So some of you think it's over. Others of you, your intuition is saying it can be saved. So the message is, listen to it. So, yeah. Some of you just know that this relationship's over and it's in its death throes and there's no point. Others of you are thinking, no, this is just a bit of a fight. We're just having, you know, because a lot of relationships have a period where you split up and you realise you're happier together. You know, it's not unknown, so don't be frightened. So whatever your instincts are and about the other person, trust them. So I'm thinking now, that's a pretty definitive answer. What am I going to do for you now in terms of shuffling cards? So I think for those of you that want to try, you know, your intuition is saying it's going on ahead. You want to save it. It is savable, and this is just a blip. This is what you need to pay attention to in order to save your relationship. If you're like, nah, it's over, don't worry, I'm going to do a bit for you in a minute. So, Ace of Wands, find the passion, find the spark, find the new interest, you know, find the new beginning, new passion to it. So if you've had a fight, say, come on, I want a clean slate, I still love you, I still fancy the pants off you, let's go ahead and let's just get something going and get that fire lit again. Four of Swords, this is keeping, you know, keeping quiet about something, having, you know, this skeleton is smashing down and nailing down a coffin, you know, there's an implication that there's somebody inside that's going to be left alone with their thoughts. So there's some things that will be better not said, you know, that you need time to think about it. You might need to really think about how you're going to move forward in this relationship, what's happened in the past, what's going on with it currently, where do you want it to go. But yeah, because, you know, the Four of Swords, it's usually the knight in the sort of looking like he's in the crypt or something, but, you know, or a church, and he's just quietly reflective. He's just sleeping and meditating on it. So that's what you need to do. Think about it, and also think about what you're investing in it, what you're going to get from it, what, you know, what you're going to get from your commitment and your provisions for the relationship. How is it going to allow you to grow? You know, the King of Pentacles is all about stability, about abundance, about being able to provide for his family and having a stable family with a happy family home. So you need to think about that in terms of the relationship. Is that what you're getting? Is what you're doing in the relationship now going to lead to that? Because you might be having a great time, but is it really the foundation for a stable relationship? You've got to start taking it seriously, basically, and manifesting what you want in it. So for those of you that really want this relationship to go ahead, this is what you need to think about. So those of you that are like, your instincts are saying it's done and dusted, I want to look at not so much what's going to happen when the relationship's over, but once the split's over, how's the split going to happen, I think will probably be a better description. How is this split going to pan out? How is this split going to pan out? For those, their instincts are saying it's over, how is this split going to pan out? Whoops. I'll take those because I wanted 3 and those 3 fell forward. In case it wasn't quite on the camera, they fell forward. So it's going to be fine, so don't panic. It's going to be a good breakup. It's not going to be one where you're screaming at each other and trying to kill each other. There's a spark of new abundance, so you might be able to stay friends. The breakup might lead on to something much better, so maybe there's another opportunity that comes forward, you know, whether that's a new job opportunity or that you're excuse me, able to take the opportunity to go travelling or move to a new town, or you suddenly, because it's a pentacle, you might suddenly have more money because you've split up from this person and you're able to spend it in a different way or invest it in a different way. So you're going to get something out of it, the opportunity, a seed for something that can be grown into something wonderful. Justice, it's going to be fair, equal and balanced. It's going to be, you know, it's like the law of give and take, the law of action and consequences. Whatever you do will have a consequence, and vice versa. So I think there's going to be an interest in keeping things fair and equal and calm, and, you know, you get what you deserve, what, you know, reap what you sow. So if you're good to them and calm and say, come on, let's just be friends, or at least, the very least, have a calm breakup where we're not trying to kill each other, I think they'll be up for it as well. Or at least, even if they're not initially, even though, you know, for some of you might think, oh, they're going to blow up, that's who they are. Once that's over, they'll calm down, I think, because it just seems that, you know, the movement towards it being just, and you're going to be happy. So if your really instincts are saying it's over, you know, it's right, you're going to be happy. 9 of Cups, wishes come true, you know, being emotionally abundant and satisfied and happy, and, you know, having a laugh and all the rest of it. So it's, the breakup's going to be one where it's, you're both happy that it's over and happy with the way it's progressing and able to be cordial and just sort of, you know, when these things happen, everybody thinks that breakups are a terrible thing and that they're a nightmare, and for many they are, but for you there is the potential for it to be a calm, relaxing. So maybe it's because you've not been going out that long, there isn't too much of an investment in the relationship, so there's not, you know, a lot of assets to divide. If there are assets to divide, like you've got to sell a house and, you know, there's a mortgage and there's the dog and all the rest of it, it might end up going to a mediator in terms of law, you know, like you both get solicitors and lawyers in on the case, but it would just be all legal and above board and, you know, just like 50-50. And you'll be all right with that because you're only getting out what you've invested in. So those of you that chose that, and those of you that feel that it's your instinct is that it's over, don't worry, everything's going to be fine and there will be new opportunities. So overall, those of you that chose option 3, that's your reading. I hope that it's helped you. Please let me know in the comments section. If you're interested in a private reading, you can contact me. Everything's in the description box. Otherwise, I wish you all the best of luck for the future. Please take very good care of yourself, and thank you very much for listening to me. Bye. Okay, those of you that chose option 4, this is your reading. Are you heading towards a split between you and your partner? A breakup. Trust. Okay, so I see that as trust the situation, trust the process. It doesn't really answer, does it? Yes or no? But you've got to trust something. So for a lot of you, there's something going on and you're doubting it, you're fearing it, you're not sure. But the answer is trust. Either trust them, yourself, or what's going on. So, do you know, I'm going to ask for another angel oracle because I'm not sure what to ask for now. I mean, the others, it was a bit straight. Oops. Within the next few months, trust something's going to happen within the next few months. Okay, so I'm going to say what's going to happen within the next few months. Okay, I'm trying to shuffle on camera and I can't. I'm at a bad angle, so I'm just going to take them off camera to shuffle. Okay. Ten of Pentacles, the Fool, Three of Swords. I had that earlier. Let's ask this deck as well. Whoops. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles, Justice, Three of Cups. Okay, so let's see. Trust that something's going to happen within the next 3 months. So it's either going to resolve itself and you'll be fine, or it's going to resolve itself and you will split. So in a way, you've got the next few months to change. So what's going to happen, you know, in the next few months, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is like the happy, stable family. And it's like the happy, stable family is going off on a new journey. And it's one that requires the controlling of emotions. That it's going to require you to be brave, to not be afraid, not to be overwhelmed with what you feel. So there's definitely, you know, a sense of, I'm wondering for some of you the answer is that yeah, you might be, because it seems to me a family go off on a new journey that's emotional, but they need to be brave about it. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is the provider. She's the motherly card, the one that cooks the tea, the one that prioritises getting things done around the house. It's like the working housewife, that she's got a job but she still comes home and she cares for a family. She nurtures them and wants them to be abundant in a practical way. You know, she is about emotional abundance and about following your desires and your star. You know, like, if her kid's really interested in dinosaurs, she will find books on dinosaurs and documentaries and stuff. She wants to inspire them, but aware that it's all from a grounded point of view. She teaches them how to live, you know, whether that's doing chores or something. So this is somebody, what's going to be happening over the next few months is a sense of providing in a nurturing sense. And there's It's justice. It's justice. It's getting what you deserve. It's the scales will be balanced. So what you've put in, you'll get out. It's like karma, but the law of cause and effect. You know, when you go out on trial, if you've done it and the evidence shows that you've done it, the idea is that you get convicted. And if you haven't, you'll be found innocent. I know the system's flawed, but that's the meaning of the card. It's justice. So you're going to get what you deserve, and it's what you invest in the relationship and the work you're willing to put in it. And the Three of Cups, it's about friendship. So I'm going to say that it could go either way, because it's about being friends. Well, every good relationship, you do really need to be friends. You know, you do need to be friends, because it's hard having a family together, and if you can't be friends, you can't have that connection, that friendship, amongst the other things that you need for a successful relationship, it's gonna struggle. So but if it is a case of splitting up, then you're going to be okay. You're going to be focusing on getting the relationship balanced, still being friend, but still providing. If this is like a situation where it's long term and you've had kids, or, you know, a sense of dividing a long term relationship, because it is the Ten of Pentacles, which is like the abundance card, like the happy family, but, you know, in a grounded, earthy sense, but going off on a new journey. I do feel, I'm going to ask again. It's almost like you could change it or make the best of it. Are the people that are watching number 4 going to split up? There's something better, I think. Yeah. Oh, that's horrible. I don't generally like giving that. Improving health a year from now. So in a year things will be better. So some of you unfortunately are in the midst of a breakup, that you are going to break up, but it doesn't have to be miserable. You can work with your partner, especially if you've got kids. You're going to need to be partners still. You've got shared children. You have to be grown up and be friends so that you can communicate. And you need to control your emotions, because you don't want to end up having a fight every time you've got to have a meeting to discuss things. You don't want to end up slanging, smashing plates over each other's head and just causing chaos. You're going to get nowhere fast. So you've got to. And also in the letting go, you're going to find something else. Don't stop. That came out too. I'm just going to keep shuffling because I feel that there's something else there, but I don't think Tarot's got the answer. And I've had don't stop loads of times. Don't stop what you're doing. So if you're thinking of hesitate, if it's a toxic stinker of a relationship, don't stay in it. Don't stop in it. Move on, because there's something better. Yeah, maybe that's it. I feel there's another card to come out weirdly. Situation will improve with perfect timing. I think if you move on, you will find the situation will improve, because the problem's gone. If the marriage is a problem, if you're just incompatible, you can't get on, you'll move on and be happy. The situation will improve because there's somebody better. With perfect timing, you will meet someone at the right time when you've got over this relationship. You're not in a rebound stage, that you're healthy, it's all done and dusted, and you are, you know, ready to move on. With perfect timing, the situation will improve, your health will improve. You know, it might take a year, that's fine. If it takes a year, it takes a year. there will be something better. If there's kids involved, you have to be friends with this person. If you're completely single and it's just a case that if you've lived together, you've got a shared flat or a house or something, it actually will be a lot easier to divide the assets and split and do that. But I think it's you are going on a new journey. And if you aim to have things fair and equal, and that there's still something sort of nurtured between you where it's like a friendship because of the Three of Cups, the things can improve and be better in the sense of a split up, that maybe you can just split up and be separate in a cordial way rather than in a toxic way, because there's no point staying in a relationship that's no good and unhealthy and makes you unhappy, them unhappy, and makes you both lesser people. So I think some of you, when you saw that trust, knew, and it was telling you to trust the process. You knew that the answer is going to be no, you're splitting up and you've got to trust the process. And it was just me that couldn't understand. So those of you that chose option 4, sorry, it's unpleasant news, but you can improve it. And if you really, really, really want to, the situation will improve. It's how you put the effort in, and if they're willing to as well. So please let me know in the comment section how it goes. I wish you all the best of luck for the future. Please take very good care of yourself, and thank you very much for listening to me. Oh, and if you want a private reading on it, I have got slots coming up, so just send me an email. All your options are in the description box. So yeah, thank you for listening to me. Take care and goodbye.